All right, playing Bizarro Stormy tonight, and this is a list I kind of came up with a few months ago. Um, back because um, Veil Summer was very popular at the time, and I felt like playing main deck Tendrils was a bad time. So I've decided to play this guy again, Mastermind's Acquisition. Um, so we can, search our library for any card, or we can search our sideboard for any card. And so now we have the option of tutoring for any of these. If we're in a weird game one situation, we can search up Echoing Truth, Hercule's Recall, Abrupt Decay, really any of our options if we have a lot of mana and the game stalled out. Um, of course, the big draw of the deck is Magus of the Mine, which is a fixed Mind's Desire. And we're just hoping to Shallow Grave, get Magus going, exile the top Storm Count X cards, cast them for free, get more Shallow Graves, chain them together, use Past in Flames, use War Rituals, and then wish for either Tendrils or Grape Shot, depending on uh, how much Storm we end up generating. Um, and yeah, so trying out main deck Veil Summer, it might be correct to go all to discard or maybe even something else. But in the meantime, we're gonna give this list a shot, and let's clear our Doomsday notes away. Let's find a match. All right, game one, and we won the dice roll. What a wonderful time. Love to play first. All right, so this hand, Magus is a pretty sad draw. I kind of hate seeing this thing early, but Entomb is the strongest card in our deck by a very wide margin. Preordain pretty good. 3 lands pretty good for developing our mana base. I mean, we're really wanting to chain this into stuff. So this is very borderline, maybe even unkeepable. So naturally, we're gonna hit keep and see how lucky we get. Okay, drop C and preordain. Grizzlebrand and Pass in Flames. All right, we're gonna bottom both of those and hit a Pass in Flames. Lovely. Underground Sea, Hedron Crab. Okay, looks like a little Hogaak action. Thoughtseize. Fun. All right, let's play Pluto Delta and let's take a gander what they got. All right, Alter, Hedron Crab, and Hogaak with Bridge from below. We're gonna go ahead and take the Hedron Crab, and we'll pass the turn. It's kind of tempting to crack this into for a Grizzlebrand, considering the top deck Shallowgrave gets us there. Careful study. All right. Land, milling themselves. mill. Cool. Targeting us. Lovely. You know what? We're gonna veil this. Because I don't want. I want to draw a card. Let's grab our tropical island. Then Bayou. Gross. And they get a Gravecrawler, yep. And here comes the Hogaak. And they get a Vengevine. Cool. Cool. Yep. This is a really good turn too for our opponent. Yep, coming in for 4. And a Grizzlebrand. Bitchin'. So we got 8, 4, 3. Okay, yeah, we are probably dead. Actually, no, we're super dead. We have no plays here. It looks like. Play a land. What can we do? Entomb. Can't really entomb for anything. We don't have the mana for Past in Flames. Obviously, those are dead. So we will scoop it up. Brainstorm. Yeah. All right. Hogaak. Against this deck, so I feel like they probably play some amount of Leyline of the Void. We didn't show them any graveyard stuff, but it's probably not a bad option to have all that stuff. Extirpate, always good. We can kind of snipe some stuff for their graveyard. Ground Seal, they don't really have anything. They're not really targeted anything out of their graveyard, so kind of a dead card. Abrupt Decay doesn't really. I mean, it hits crabs and it hits altars, but I don't think we want to worry about that too much. So yeah, let's do those, and then we should. What do we go down? I think we probably go down Ritual, the Preordain, and I'm gonna go down a Thoughtseize for those. And let's give that a shot. So yeah, so our weird keep was not good. We just hit lands and payoff cards, and we don't want those. Good thing we didn't flash off that Entomb. So, Petal Entomb, cantrips, but this seems real sketch. So let's mulligan. Interesting. Funny thing is, we could hit like a Lion's Eye Diamond and just go ham, which would be pretty funny. Man. So this seems pretty bad. Like this hand, we play island, we brainstorm, get locked, and then cry. So let's see if we got a good 5. This is a good 5. See, this is why we got to be aggressive with our mulligans. So we'll keep this, and let's put that on the bottom and that on the bottom. Okay. So The thing we have to worry about here, of course, is them having something dumb like surgical extraction or fairy macabre. We didn't show them anything that would make them believe that we're on um, a reanimator deck, so that's helpful. Get our Grizzlebrand, Shallow Grave. Now they could have surgical just because we are looking storm adjacent, but nope. All right, resolves. Let's draw 7. Okay, Lotus Petal, cool. Cabal Ritual, cool. Entomb, cool. So we need more mana still. Let's draw another 7. Dark Ritual, beautiful. Lion's Eye Diamond. Oh, and Shallow Grave. All right, so let's cast you. Let's cast you. Let's see. So we got 3 cards in the graveyard right now. Oh. Dark Ritual, 5 cards in. Let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast this Entomb. And we are going to dump let's go ahead and put one of our Past in Flames into the graveyard. And then we'll cast Cabal Ritual. Got our nice Threshold. Opponent is reading and thinking. Okay. So we can do a couple things here. One, we can cast Mastermind's Acquisition, crack Lion's Eye Diamond, and just tendrils them for 20 exactly here. Which is obviously a winning play. Or we could cast Shallow Grave, crack Lion's Eye Diamond in response, dump Magus to the mine, and then get a Magus activation. Both are very good options. So let's show off play or the good play. You know what? Let's just win. So put a card you own from outside the game into your hand. 1, 2. More black. And we will get Tendrils of Agony. We will cast Tendrils of Agony. And bada bing. Turn 1 win on out of Bolt of 5. So yeah, that's the raw power of the deck. If I wanted to be a showboater, we could have gone hard there. So now that we've kind of shown off that we're a reanimator, they'll probably bring in the Leyline in the Void. So we're already good on the Echoing Truth. I think they're probably just a Leyline deck. If they're playing like Extirpates or something, we could bring in Ground Seal. Since it's such a good anti-graveyard hate deck or card, but I'm almost certain they're a Leyline deck, so we'll run it back. Okay, so we have Entomb, we have Thoughtseize, we have a couple of Ponders, a couple of Veil of Summers. I think this hand's keepable. We'll obviously need lands, and we'll need to find Graveyard Hate, but not Graveyard Hate, like Shallow Grave. But I mean, I think this is reasonable. I think this hand gives us a good chance of doing well. Keep. They mulligan. All right, so they're mulliganing down to 5, so they're mulliganing 4 leyline. And honestly, that's fine because we have Echoing Truth, so we can always bounce it. Put 2 on the bottom. Skip the draw step. Okay, so no leyline. Lucky us. So they're gonna hit our into, unfortunately, but that's fine. We got 2 ponders. We got a couple of Veil Summers. Yep. And a volcanic island. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and just ponder. All right, Dark Ritual and those. I mean, I'm mostly looking for business at this point. We can make the argument that we probably want to develop our mana base and get this Dark Ritual, but I not too big on this. Yeah, shuffle. And look, we still got Dark Ritual, so that's cool. So yeah, we'll pass it back. I'm hoping that because they mulligan down the 5, that they have a pretty slow hand. All right, they got a land. Okay. You could make the argument that we should have thought seized them. So we could, let's say, for example, nab a Careful Study, but I'm not super concerned about that. Pop out their graveyard here. Opponent carefully studying their hand, trying to figure out what to discard. They pitch Bloodghast and Gravecaller, and they're going to therapy targeting us, so they're probably going to name our Veil of Summers if they're going for maximum value, or they're going to name our pond, or they're going to hit our Ponder to slow us down. So let's see what they do. Or maybe they even hit our Thoughtseize. So yeah, so they name Ponder. Makes sense. Really glad that we snapped off that first Ponder. So now they have 1 card in hand. And depending on what we draw, we're probably just going to Thoughtseize them. Mastermind's Acquisition. All right. That is interesting. So let's play land. And let's view our sideboard real quick. So is there anything that we could really grab that's interesting with Mastermind's Acquisition? Probably not. Because yeah, we really don't have a whole lot in the way of business going on right now. So let's just Thoughtseize them, see what that last card is. If it's a land, we'll be sad. All right, it is a land. Whoop. All right, so opponent has literal nothing. Like they're. I mean, I guess so. They're gonna have Bloodghast, I should say, which is a clock. There's the Ghast. Can't get back Gravecrawler though, so that's good news. Bad news is we are pretty far off from doing anything. Aston Flames. Okay. So, oof. Yeah, we're gonna have to just pass it back. I'd feel a lot better if we had green source. Maybe we should have kept that initial ponder with the lands, just so we could at least have our mana base. Because our deck is fairly mana hungry. So opponent's probably gonna swing in for 2. Sacrifice therapy. maybe peel away these Veil of Summers. And then crack their fetch, replay it. Oh, they're just straight targeting us with it. Yeah, man, you got it. What are you naming? So the opponent named Shallowgrave, which is very fair. But sorry, opponent, we're drawing like garbage. Oh, so he drew Mystery Reinforce, so really holding on to those. Definitely should have attacked. Losing out on value, opponent. But I also keep bad hands, so I mean, who am I to judge? All right, so he's fetching. Drew Hogaak. No, Vengevine. Okay. Now that is scary. I now rescind my they should have attacked comment. Okay. Probably need like 2 really good draw steps here. Cabal Ritual is a very good spell though. So we have 4 cards in our graveyard at the moment. 5, so we're still short. Yeah, we are in a tough spot here. I think we have about 2 turns. Before we're like super dead. I guess technically 3, but it's hard for me to imagine him not literally doing nothing off of this. Delta. Okay. All right. What can we do? What can we do? They have 1 card in hand. Player blue to Delta. So the worst thing our opponent can draw would be a Vengevine. Because yeah, we're still off from actually doing anything. Because we cracked this for something. Dark Ritual puts us at 6 cards, so we're still short 1 for Threshold, which is a big time bummer. So I think what we need to do is I think we just pass. Hope they don't kill us. Crack our Delta, Veil Summer. Bonus points if we draw a card off this, and we'll go from there. Opponent going in for 6. Something good? Deck? Just once? Opponent, what you doing? Dark Ritual. Okay. Okay. So what do we do? What do we do here? We can go Ritual, Ritual, Ritual. That will give us, let's see, 5 mana down to 3, up to 8. We can Masterminds acquisition for, let's say, Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Um, cast Past in Flames. And then, okay, so let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we have the mana for all that. So ritual. 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 So we're at 8. Then we. Oh, hi, Joe. No, this is not Pokemon. 2. Search our library for a card. We'll snag ourselves Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. I'm gonna just undo. Let's Past in Flames. Let's Ritual. Let's Dark Ritual. Ball Ritual. Storm count 9. Mastermind's Acquisition. Grab Tendrils. And Tendrils our opponent. If they have Mind Break Trap, I will cry. All right, and there we go. GG, guys. So that was actually a great game of the non-reanimation kill, just storming them out. Good stuff. Good stuff. So game 2, we would love to do the dice roll thing in Entomb, Shallow Grave, Thoughtseize, Veil of Summer. All right, fantastic hand. Love this hand. Let's keep. Waiting for our opponent. What's our opponent doing? Hopefully mulliganing. All right. So we have a couple things we can do here. One, we can just Entomb or put a Delta Entomb Instep Shallow Grave, and that's option 1. We can also just Delta Thoughtseize them, see what they're up to. I think I'm gonna throw out the Thoughtseize for this one. Throw out Thoughtseize. Let's go ahead and grab Bio. Give us the option of casting Veil in the future. So Thoughtseize. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Oh, what is this? So our opponent is. We got Land Grant, Dark Ritual, Arclight Phoenix, Faithless Looting, Magmatic Channeler. All right, so this is a deck. This is a deck, all right. So they can Land Grant, grab their other land, play a bad card. We're gonna take the Faithless Looting here. Dark Ritual seems weird. Arclight Phoenix is only good in their graveyard, so let's just take looting. Pass the turn. Obviously, the best spell we can draw would be a Dark Ritual. Opponent plays Bloodstained Mire. Curious that they wouldn't run out of land grant to grab a land. I guess they're probably just gonna hold on to it for now. Yeah. Step tap ponder. Okay. So yeah, so we're going to ponder. Lotus Petal. Let's go ahead and you know what? Let's try to find Dark Ritual here. So any order, yes. Cabal Ritual. Okay, very close. So yeah, we're gonna hit him with the Entomb on their end step. David, what's up, buddy? All right, opponent. Wow us with your. What is this card? I've seen it played against me twice now. So okay, so it's a 4/4 for 2. Discard a card, exile the top 2 cards, and then choose one you may cast. That's actually kind of neat. But you know, as anyone who knows, why have a 4/4 on turn 2 that can like exile the top 2 cards from your library that you have to pay mana for when you can just put a Grizzlebrand into play? So opponent do a Thoughtseize. If they Thoughtseize us, we're just gonna Veil of Summer. Because we can just Cabal Ritual and do our shit. And Dark Ritual. Yeah, sure, man. Thoughtseize targeting us. Yep. So we're going to Veil of Summer. Hey, look, Lotus Petal. Beautiful. Yeah, Magmatic Channeler. That's right. You have a pupper dogger now. Are you posting pictures on social medias yet? Can I go heart react to it? All right. So yeah, here's our opponent's turn 2 4/4. Let's. Oh shit. Okay. So here's what we can do. Option 1 is naturally play all of our stuff, and then get a Grizzlebrand, draw 7 or draw 14. We can also just spin the Magus wheel, because we'll have a Magus of 6, which is always really cool. I got 1 vote for spin it. Oh man. Man. You don't play Magus not to spin. I mean, you're right. two spins. All right, man. I swear, you people. Let's Cabal Ritual. All right, y'all convinced me. We will, instead of getting probably the better card, we'll Magus. Shallow Grave. High opponent. And let's actually, so we can either hold on to this Entomb, or we can, to get 1 more hit, or we can just Entomb for something. Let's, Storm count of 5. This will be 6. I think I think we want to see one more card. So let's go ahead and find something good here. Let's just put drop Past in Flames in the yard. Okay, and now we're going to crack for blue. We're going to activate Megas of the Mind. We got 7 cards. All right, so we'll play a land. And oh, this is great. So we can actually flashback this Past in Flames. So let's get rid of that for now. Kind of pull our graveyard art. So let's crack that. Volcanic Island. Cast Ritual. Cast Ritual. Yeah, I Entomb for the Past in Flames. Cast Ritual. Cast Ponder. Oh. Or we just win. Oh, shit. Deal. No, I forgot we're pondering. We should have. All right, whatever. We'll just shuffle. We'll just shuffle and draw. We'll hit a Cabal Ritual. So let's Cabal Ritual. In Flames. We will Shallow Grave. Get back Megas. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Dark Ritual again. Cabal Ritual. We will crack Megas for an ass load. Blindside Diamond. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Let's get a Grizzlebrand. Let's Veil Summer, give over stuff hexproof. That's important. Let's cast Shallow Grave. Let's cast Brainstorm. Get you and you back. And let's do this again. Cast that. And let's just win. We made our point. Let's super make our point though. So let's first of all, let's kill your crappy tutu. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So here we are against some sort of Jund Arclight Phoenix. I don't know what to call it. Oh, you're playing Bizarro tomorrow? Yeah, this deck is I love it. It's the ultimate showboat deck. Okay. So I don't know what this deck would do against opposing graveyard decks. I kind of want to just bring in Echoing Truth, just because Echoing Truth bounces Leyline of the Void. It bounces any permanent base hate that they could bring in against us. We can bring in Ground Seal if we are worried about Surgical Extraction. So yeah, so let's once again we're gonna cut Preordain, and then I'm gonna trim a Cabal Ritual here for those, and I'm gonna run it like this for now. I think I want to keep my Thought Seizes. Veil seems good. Ponder, Brainstorm. Obviously, we can't really cut those. Can't cut that. Can't cut that. We could arguably cut a Past in Flames, but meh. Yeah, we'll run it back. We'll see what our opponent is up to in this next game. So yeah. Okay. Opponent finally figures out their mulligan situation. So we got rituals, shallow grave, one cantrip. Yikes. Yikes. So this is the kind of hand that, like, if we get Thoughtseized and they take our brainstorm, we're just super sad. If they take our shallow grave, we're pretty sad. If they can get both, we're really sad. We can easily get brainstorm locked if we just brick. This hand does eventually cast a Grizzlebrand, which seems good, although we don't have we only have Lotus Petal as our sole black source, so that's as always a little bit sketch. But the upside on this hand's very high because we can just brainstorm, hit into him, and then just attempt to go off. Which is, always a very tempting thing to do. So they're beginning with 7 in hand. Their discard deck. Oof, you know what? We'll just keep. Screw it. It's a sketch keep. I think most of the time you'd probably mulligan this, but just because like literally we have that to do, and the rest is mana. But maybe I'm just feeling super cocky because our opponent played a 2/2/4/4 and then died. Opponent thinking maybe they're taking a drink. I know I could probably grab a drink after this. Yep, so here probably comes the Thoughtseize. Badlands and Thoughtseize. Yep. They probably take our Shallow Grave, but I think Brainstorm's the correct pick. Opponent thinking about our hand. Probably hovering over Brainstorm and Shallow Grave. Yeah, they take Brainstorm. That's the right pick. So naturally, let's just hit into him and just win. Or we can just hit a Ponder. So let's Island and Ponder. Man, this game is cool. We will not shuffle our library. So I have this like strong gut feeling that they have like surgical extraction or something. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so yeah, we can't get thresholds. Let's. All right, opponent. Surgical check. Nope. All right, Entomb Shallow Grave. We need another Lotus Petal or a Lion's Eye Diamond to really get going. Sweet. unfortunately, we do not have a Dark Ritual. So I think what... man. So I think what I'm going to do here is Entomb for Magus, swing for 7, activate again, and hope that we hit either Petal or another Dark Ritual. Or Magus of the Mind. Go to combat, attack. Block, no blocks. And yep. Ask and you shall receive, kids. All right, so we will. Nah, deck. Beautiful, beautiful match. Look at that. What was that? Turn 1. Oh, man, wonderful, wonderful. I feel like this guy is usually playing like some sort of bluish deck. Okay, so what does this hand do? This hand casts Ponders and Brainstorms. We have 2 lands. We have Veil Summer. We have Mastermind's Acquisition. Obviously missing Entombs and Shadowgrave. Against, if this guy's on like a blue-white control deck, I don't feel too bad about this because I kind of just want to ponder, cantrip, develop my mana base. If he's on a combo deck, which he might be on a combo deck, or they might be on a combo deck, it might be bad. Let's keep. They mulligan down to 6. So I'll take it. But drop ponder, yeah. So they're probably on like something annoying. Doing a little bit of thinking. Okay. Is Scott? Is that who's opening up a shop? That's cool. I don't know. Opening up a shop now seems kind of nuts. Ponder into Trop and more stuff. I feel like we're gonna be cantripping the next couple turns, so I feel pretty good in just shuffling and drawing. Another Dark Ritual, okay. Where's Scott Shop opening up at? Preordain, yep. Kind of want to watch Deep Space Nine now. I think I know that. I remember there was a shop in Wood River. I think I went to it once. Saw a bunch of people with like lifted trucks and like Trump flags hanging out, and I just pieced out of there after that event. Entomb. See, look at that. We're doing good. All right, let's go ahead and pop up this ponder. I'm not too big on any of these really. I kind of want to keep the Bloodstain Mire. Dark Ritual is obviously a good hit because we can just like channel these rituals. And Mastermind's acquisition for Shallow Grave, which feels really sketchy. Opponent's on 1 land though, which is pretty good. Let's let's go ahead and let's keep this for now. And why did I shuffle that? Who cares? Oh, they put some money into it. That's good. I'm gonna grab our tropical island here. Arguably, opponent's gonna daze us. Cool. No, you can daze all you want. Lion's Eye Diamond, huh? Okay. Well. Well. So we can. What can we do here? Dark Ritual. We're at 5. That leaves us enough mana to cast Masterminds and Shallow Grave. And then we just. But we have to Lion's Eye Diamond for black in response. Okay. Let's think. Let's think this through here. Let's Dark Ritual. Let's see what they do. What you do, my dude? Okay. All right. Let's try to fight over into him. Force of Negation. All right. Well, let's cast Veil. Brainstorm in response. Okay. Drew the Force. Oof. Okay. Yeah, man. All right, so they have 2 cards in hand. They're down a bunch of stuff. Let's just pass turn. I don't feel like casting this Mastermind's acquisition for anything just yet. See how this goes. All right, so they hit a land. Grizzlebrand. So the funny thing is now we can once again Dark Ritual Mastermind, Dark Ritual Lion's Eye Diamond Mastermind's acquisition for Shallow Grave pitching Grizzlebrand. They have 2 cards in hand, so like, you know, what can they do, right? But we're gonna just go off the rails. Well, let's cast Lion's Eye Diamond. That resolves. Let's. Well. Okay. So yeah, I mean, either they have a counterspell and they're waiting to see what we do, or they don't have one and we're about to go ham. So let's full control. For black. Opponent got the force. Nope. Or they're just gonna force this. We have days back up. All right. Ratacular. A bunch of Intunes. We have a land drop. We have Cabal Ritual. All right, let's draw another 7. Dark Ritual. More Cabal Rituals. Neat, 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 neat. Okay. Let's. What's our graveyard look like? So we got one Shallow Grave. We hit the other Masterminds acquisition. That's neat. So we can. We actually have quite a bit of mana now. So let's play that. Play that. 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 And let's. You. Yeah. Opponent's super dead. Technically, we actually didn't have the mana to activate Magus of the Mine, but we had enough cantrips plus Masterminds to just tendrils them, so. Probably shouldn't have shown the Magus, but here we are. Again, sideboarding. Oh, shit. So let's bring Ground Seal in. Let's bring Flusterstorm in. Carpet of Flowers in. Let's do Echoing Truth. I kind of like Extirpate against these blue style decks. So like if we go down a Grizzlebrand, a Past in Flames, one Thoughtseize. Actually, these side by side here. One Preordain. One of our Lion's Eye Diamonds. Technically, go down all those. So I think against like a control style deck like this, we got to worry about their surgical extractions. Flusterstorm is good against older counter spells. Carpet of Flowers will generate a good amount of mana for us. The one Echoing Truth is here to bounce any Leyline of the Void they might have, or any sort of Relic of Progenitus type thing. And then Extirpate, we can either snag a Brainstorm, or we can discard, and although I guess we're pitching a discard spell, but we can snag an early Force of Will and just get information on what they have going on. So yeah, so let's run it. Yeah, I see this guy is a frequent like leaderboard guy. So that's always pretty sweet. I'm going to. So the question is do we keep this hand? I mean, this hand, we have 1 mana, we have no cantrips, no real business. Like, I would love to get this Ground Seal down. Like, going Thoughtseize into Ground Seal would be fantastic against this deck, but since we can't rely on actually doing that, we're gonna have to mulligan. I like this. We have Entomb. We got both of our Ponders. We can shove this guy down to the bottom. We got lands, so we can cast any of our stuff. I like this. We'll keep this, and we'll put you to the bottom. And done. And oh yeah, those are nice pictures at the shop. Too bad Scott Shop is way the heck out in Wood River, and I can't be bothered to go more than 20 minutes away from my place nowadays, let alone driving an hour in the middle of Trump country where people don't believe in masks. Yep, Delver. So this guy's playing Rug. We are on the clock. Lion's Eye Diamond, neat. I'm just going to grab Island for now, just to kind of give us a little bit of insulation against Wasteland. Okay, so Entomb, and then a couple of lands. So the issue, so double Entomb and a bunch of mana, just so we can go Entomb, Shadowgrave, Entomb, Past in Flames, cast all of our mana, flashback Past in Flames, flashback and Entomb, get get Grizzlebrand or Magus, and then flashback Shadowgrave. So that's one thing we can do. I don't feel good trying to do that against a deck like this, but I think it's, you know what, I don't care. We're gonna shuffle. Like, I don't, as much as I like that line, I just don't see that happening against this deck. Please don't flip this Delver. And okay, no flips. Fugitive Wizard beats. Yeah, bring it, bud. Magus of the Mind. Okay. I think for now I'm gonna play land, and we're gonna ponder. Ooh, Carpet of Flowers. Yes, I actually like all of these cards. Lotus Petal. Put you. No shuffle. I mean, we're gonna be off for a bit, but I really want. We're gonna need to. This will help us get our mana going. All right, so they had Ponder. We are indeed on a clock. Yep, they're gonna cast that Ponder. Let's. Okay. Yep. Cast our Bio. And let's fight over this Carpet of Flowers. All right, they let it resolve. That's cool. Love it. We'll just pass for now. Yeah, we'll get black mana, but we're not going to use it. So we have Lotus Petal on top. I don't really care for Lotus Petal, so I'm kind of inclined to crack our fetch. Yep. Yep. Double into. All right, we got both our entombs. Yes. Yes. Let's add black mana. Okay. So how much mana do we have here? We have 1 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 lands, 5 mana, 8. So what's our Past in Flames line? So we need to go Entomb. Hif is 5. Yeah, so we're not gonna have the mana to do our thing just yet. So I think in the meantime, we'll play that. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire off an Entomb on our end step, or on their end step, I should say. Brainstorm for our opponent. Yep. Opponent is fetching. Red Horde, Arcanist. Okay. Let's fire off an Entomb. And oof. Rough. Actually, no, let's just pass. We hit Dark Ritual. Okay, that's actually pretty good. And we have spare mana. I like. Okay, I'm feeling a lot better about waiting. Yes, let's go ahead and add black mana. So let's go ahead and cast one of our Entombs. Let's drop. Man. Shallow Grave. Cast that. Fast and Flames. Crack this for red. Let's red. Actually, let's. Man, I would love to try to draw a card off of this, but let's just cast it. We should have let off on this. Yeah. Cancel. Let's crack you for a bunch of black. Then let's get this countered now. Oof. Well, all right. Force negation's not the end of the world. Okay, so we probably lose now. But I mean, they had, the double force. And so yeah, they're gonna Dread Horde. Or are they casting Ponder? Sweet. Yep. And unfortunately, Cabal Ritual doesn't get there, so let's just scoop it up. Yeah, we needed to draw something cool. Okay, again sideboarding. Yeah, I think we just run that back as is. Maybe should have been more aggressive and go for things. I think we can actually drop Echoing Truth and bring back in Thoughtseize, I think. And run it like that. Thoughtseize, Entomb, Flusterstorm. A lot of mana, but we have like, okay, so we have all this mana, but we have no way of finding business, which seems pretty sketch. So we will mulligan. Oh man. They mulligan to 6. I mean, this is unkeepable. Like, as much as I would love to do things here, like Lotus Pill Brainstorm, they probably just force our Brainstorm and then we cry forever. So we mulligan again. Wow, oof. Unplayable 5. It sucks to lose game 3 on the mulligan. But hey, I also mulligan to 5. Okay. Will our opponent also mulligan to 4? All right. So they mulligan to 5. We're mulliganing down to 4. Lotus Petal's pretty weak. Oh yeah, we probably should keep. So I think. Oh man. Rough. Literally can't cast any of these. We want Shallow Grave, but we have nothing to do with it. And then we're just stuck drawing these. It's hard. Okay, Entomb's fine. As long as we don't get wastelanded, I feel pretty happy. If they're gonna ponder. Question is will they counter Ground Seal? My gut says probably. And that's sad. But if this Ground Seal lands, it slows down their Dreadhorde Arcanist. It turns off Surgical if they're running it. Plus, then it means we can Entomb. If we have Entombs that resolve, we don't have to worry about them getting sniped. Opponent chooses not to shuffle. All right, that's fortunate. Carpet of Flowers. Okay. Do you let this resolve, opponent? I feel like between Carpet and Ground Seal, both eat a counter spell. Maybe trying to debate, or maybe trying to go Tropical Island first, or not Tropical Island. Oh, okay, this resolve's cool. Trying to go this past the main phase, and then cast Ground Seal would be the play, but we'll see. Okay, we got a Delta. All right. This hand is actually shaping up because now we can grab our swamp. It also plays a Tropical Island. They play Ponder. Yep. Yeah, Carpet resolving would be fantastic. Oh boy. Boy. Okay, let's cool. So the question is do we try to jam this on our second main phase with Carpet mana? And I feel like the answer is no. We're not going to add mana. Sylvan Library. Okay. I'm just gonna grab regular swamp here. And I feel like just jamming into him. Opponent probably counters it. Like they have to counter it. Well, they don't have to counter it, but they probably counter it. Yeah, they're thinking, so they probably have something in hand. Naturally, they don't counter this. We just jam Shallow Grave on our next turn. All right, resolve. So let's throw our singular Grizzlebrand into the yard. Mastermind's acquisition. Yikes! 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 I mean, that's actually not too bad of a draw, right? Let's get black mana. And let's use that black mana for Shallow Grave. Like we're just here to jam. Show us that Force of Negation. Yep. Yep. Fortunately, we had like one really good shot. Oh, they're going down the 12, so yeah, those are good cards. I think with them tapping off that Sylvan Library, that was probably our best shot at getting something done. Now it's gonna be very hard because they kept 2. Must be really good. They're gonna play Fugitive Wizard here. Nope. Play land. Uro. Oh lord. Okay, so I mean the cool thing about this is we're gonna get like hella Carpet of Flowers mana, right? So I'm gonna laugh if we draw Extirpate, because this means we can't target their graveyard either. Dark Ritual. Okay. So once again, we're in a position where we can try to fire off this Mastermind's acquisition and hit like Shallow Grave and then try to go off. Really hard to tell though. They have 5 cards in hand. They probably have a bunch of that stuff. I think we just wait for now. You know, as always, there's the argument that we just attempt to jam. Ponder, Sylvan Library, Uro. They've already forced pitching Oko. You know what? I'm jamming. I'm slamming and jamming. Like let's make our opponent spend mana on answering our stuff. Okay. Cool. Well, they probably have the counter spell, so let's just Shallow Grave. Woof. Should have seen that coming, but it's fine. Probably should have played. Definitely should have played around the days, but we'll live. Okay, so we're down to Masterminds. We're down to Shallow Grave. Luckily, we're not going to draw another Grizzlebrand. Mana is not great for us to draw. Past in Flames isn't a bad draw. Obviously, Shallow Grave is an insane draw. have so many cards. I'm so sad with my lack of cards. Bloodstained Mire. No. We'll play land for now. I will say I'm not feeling good about our chances now, but you know, maybe we'll get lucky. Would love to see any of our cantrips. Yep, we're running low on time. Caster Uro. Yep. Okay. Oh, hey there. It's going pretty good. I feel like we're about to lose this game, unfortunately, but yeah, so far so good. Two cards on top. All right. What's the record? We are 2-0 right now. Yeah, this is my very unscientific. Oh man, they even get to gain life off of that. Sick. Standard cards. This is ban, sir. Banned. These are all banned. Get out of here. Yep. And a fugitive wizard. Oh man. Oh, that was such a bad draw. Oh. And no. Okay. 6, 9. So we have like 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have like one more turn. Dead fetch lands. Thoughtseize is now dead. Oof. I know he created a food token. Okay, we're not dead yet. Oh, he didn't even set up his Delver. Okay. Oh no, Coach hasn't failed me. Coach is teaching me hubris because we were cackling at our opponents for playing bad cards the last 2 rounds. Now our opponent is playing banned cards, and we're being punished for it. Okay, we're dead next turn. Oh, Relic. No, that one flipping card that we did not want to see. Okay, yeah, you got us, opponent. GG. You drew a bajillion cards and had all the counter magic, and then the relic at the end, and we even just drew a dark ritual. So yeah. The worst part is we could like hardcast Grizzlebrand. Hardcast Grizzlebrand and it just gets turned into an elk. What is this? Yep, concede. The funny thing is if we actually drew Shallow Grave, we could just onion burst it, but yeah. Concede. GG. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it was. Go. -2. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but all right, round 4. Opponent is playing first. We drew a hand that does literal nothing. Like, what does this hand even do? Like, best case scenario, we top deck a Shallow Grave. Feels bad. Let's mulligan. Thoughtseize, Ritual, Shallow Grave. Yikes. Yikes. So this is a hand where once we put back a Delta and we just hope to top deck something. They're beginning with 7 in hand. Like, yeah, we can like Thoughtseize, or if we like draw Grizzlebrand, we can like Thoughtseize ourselves off it. Like I don't feel good about that. So let's mulligan again. Okay, so this is the same hand, but we traded a Dark Ritual for a land. I think at this point, we'll just keep. We will put you and you to the bottom. And hey, maybe we'll get lucky and snow. Oh, snow. Yep. Into? Man, our deck is cool. I think what I'm going to do for now, though, is actually just pass turn. I think these snow decks run counter magic, so I would much rather go off on our second turn with Thoughtseize. Oh, hey, look, another Dark Ritual. That's actually very good for us. The Misty Rainforest and let's Thoughtseize our opponent. Let's see what they're up to. Okay, so they have Double Swords, Force of Will, Coatl, Lightning Bolt. So they could either Swords or Grizzlebrand. They could flash in Coatl. And let's see. When enters the battlefield, draw a card, has Death Touch as long as they control 3 snow permanents, so they'll have all the snow permanents they need. So I mean, we take Force of Will and jam. We could beat Swords to Plowshares. It'll just be very hard. Arguably, we could have went Underground Sea, Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize, Ritual, duel this, and grab Magus, and just spin the wheel, but we didn't. So now we're doing this. Let's grab. I'm gonna grab Bayou off of this, I think. Actually, Underground Sea. Grab Underground Sea. Dark Ritual. Entomb. For Gragglebrands. Shallow Grave. Opponent. Yep. Draw 7. So I think this is where they swords us. Nope, no swords. Okay. Draw another 7. Do you swords us now? Yep, there's the swords. No. Red. Right, Bolt. I'm a dumbass. Arkham's Astrolabe does that to you. I'm dumb. Forgot. We need to be aware of our life total. F in chat, boys. Oh man. Maybe I'm gonna not. Game 1's gonna get lost. Oh. Lol. You know, it's bad that we saw it coming. I'm pretty sure everyone in chat was like, "Oh no, baby, what is you doing?" Rough. Okay, 4-color snow nonsense. Yeah, that was dumb of me. I screwed up big time. Should have just swung for the fences. But I mean, we weren't going to anyway. Okay. Game face on. Against that deck, maybe we want some number of Fluster Storms probably. probably want Echoing Truth. Probably, let's see. Probably go down one of those. Maybe we don't need both Flusterstorm. Like if we go down that and that and let's go down all of our Cabal Rituals. Let's run it like that. I'm afraid they'll have bounce spells. Man, that was embarrassing. Really embarrassing there. Opponent's probably cackling on their end. But, you know, things happen when you play Magic while drinking. I would love to play first. Rough. You know, we snatched. Oh look, we could actually do our thing here. It's really tempting to keep this, and we can Thoughtseize ourselves in Shallow Grave, but we either have to do that on our first turn and then do it and then wait our second turn, and we can't even cantrip on our first turn. Seems really bad. This is much better. Gotta put a card back though, and that does not feel good. So we'll put Bayou to the bottom. All right. All right. That's cool. You and you. No shuffle. Okay. So I mean, we jam. They probably have counter spells. But we have double Entomb, so just make it work. Oh, is this a dragon deck? Oh. So they force our Entomb. What do they pitch? They pitched an Oko? They're playing Okos? Is everything playing Oko? I mean, I feel like you could just shove like the dragon combo just kind of in for like what 5 slots. So yeah. Boom. What have you drawn? Okay. Yeah, we would have cracked those lines I down for black and just see what would happen, and that would have been cool. All right. Cool. Run it back. Streamer who is always topping with dragon. Well. All right, so this hand, we have a Brainstorm, we have an Island, we have a Thoughtseize, we have Flusterstorm. Like, we can Brainstorm into nothing. Yeah, I think this is just a 4-color snow pile. Okay, so this hand, like, what do we need? Like, if we were to like keep this hand on the play. What are we hoping to draw? Like Underground Sea, or probably a fetch land, so we can like brainstorm and fetch away our woes. But then what else are we looking for? We're still looking for a lot of stuff. I don't feel great about this, but I also like keeping bad cards. So when I lose, I could just play my bad mulliganing. We got a mulligan. Oh man, definitely these are not what we want to see. But I mean, we have cantrips and Flusterstorm to protect us. We can put one of them to the bottom, so we'll keep. And put Magus to the bottom for now. No dragon, spicy list. Is this guy streaming then? Is he laughing at how much of a effing idiot I am? Because he would be right. Mulligan's to 4 cards. Okay. Opponent mulligan down to 4. So I feel marginally better about what we got. Island, Astrolabe. Yep. Baby. All right, let's get ourselves Underground Sea, and let's ponder. Entomb, that's very good. Actually, I kind of like drawing Entomb here. Because then what we can do is on their end step, put things away. We can like brainstorm and Entomb. Ponder, yeah. Okay, so let's do that. So what we're gonna do is fire off Entomb and see what they do. Sylvan Library. Yep. Okay. Entomb. Resolves. Lotus Petal. All right. I feel much better with drawing Lotus Petal. Boom. Punted the game in game 1, but still win the match because I am lucky. We call that the Prodigy, folks. And it's the business. All right, well. Final round, we lost the die roll. Dark Ritual, Entomb, Thoughtseize, 2 lands, Brainstorm, a card that I don't care to have in our opening hand. Like literally, we draw like Shallow Grave, and we just turn 1 them with Thoughtseize back up. Hell yeah. Mountain. Sphere. All right. Cool. Well, deck. Show me Shallow Grave. Just once. Or another Dark Ritual. Less good. Okay. I mean, yeah, we're gonna aggressively hunt. Hunt for Shallow Grave. We did not hit it. Gross. Okay, let's Ooh, we didn't even hit a fetch land technically. I mean, we could technically fetch with that. Okay, so I mean, we're in pretty good shape because we can literally just put like those back, and then we just cast all this from our hand and Magus them. So yeah, we'll take it. Wayward Guide Beast, trample haste 2/2. Deals combat damage. Return a lane control to its owner's hand. All right, that's cool. All right, opponent is just going hard on this stuff. So 5. Okay, so let's cast. 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 Get our boy Magus of the Mind. Then we do I want to do this? Our Shallow Grave. Cast. Cast. Then we cast. I would like to keep both of those. Put on top. Top. Cast. Top and top. Cast. Top and top. And then we can just quote unquote effing kill them. And there we go. There we go. All right. Turn to Magus into Stormkill. Just how we drew it up. All right. Burn. Burn, 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 burn. All right. Did they show like any weird companions? Okay, they did not show a companion. Yeah. So against burn. We want to go like some number of echoing truth and like down Thoughtseize. And you could make the argument that maybe we bring in these Flusterstorms over Thoughtseize just because we don't want to mess with the life loss, but Thoughtseize can been one of our things and also proactively snag stuff. So I think we just run it like this for now. And this can hit Leyline or any other dumb thing that they bring in against us. So let's run it like that. Hmm. You know, we draw Dark Ritual and we just like go ham sandwich here with what we got going on. I'm actually very tempted to keep this because we against burn we need to you say send it. I mean, okay. I mean, I feel like this is a keeper just because we kind of have to pop off pretty quick. Um, and I mean, this hand literally we draw a mana source and we can just throw out a Magus and activate like Hail Mary Magus. Like we draw a Dark Ritual and we're like in even better shape. If you don't draw Druid, you ponder for second land. Yeah, like we're on the draw. Like I'm gonna keep. I think this is a keeper in this matchup. Yeah, they play Bloodstained Mire. Like worst case scenario, they Thoughtseize us here, but they have mountains. And so yeah, Swift Spear. Okay, I like drawing Underground Sea. So yeah, so here just going to aggressively ponder. Another Shallow Grave, all that stuff. I actually don't really care for any of these. That's not a useful draw. Okay. Like the worst thing our opponent can play would be like Eidolon. All right, no Eidolon. Cool. Triple Swift Spear though, less cool. So yeah, Dark Ritual would be a wonderful draw here. Or another Brainstorm. Okay. Brainstorm. Okay. Okay. Let's put you back, and actually this is pretty dead. It's matched up as well. Come to think about it. Put those back. And fetch. Our other Underground Sea. It hit. Alright, let's put those back for now. Okay. Next turn we jam this and hopefully we don't die. Okay, land, 3 spells in hand. Chain Lightning. Okay, we might actually die. Oof. Are we dead? I can't do math. We are dead. Yep. So yeah, I mean next turn we drop our hand and kill him, but so yeah, so they just had the turn 3 kill on us. All right. These Veil Summers are actually very bad. I don't know why I didn't cut them at first. Actually, I know why I didn't cut them because I'm a big dumb. So let's get rid of that and drop it in like that. There's an argument for grabbing Grape Shot just to like wipe their board, but I don't think that's that great. So yeah, we'll go like this. Love to play first. So this technically just this can like just kill. Like we have oh, no, it doesn't because we don't have the spell that we'd like to see, which is Shallow Grave. If this was Shallow Grave would be good. if this was Shallow Grave, would be good, or if this was Shallow Grave, but we don't. So this hand does literal nothing. Gross. This hand also does nothing. Opponent probably just keeps 7 because burn is very consistent. Oh lord. Like okay, like if we put back like like that and that, what's our best, like we're hoping to hit stuff off of these as a 5-card hand. Man. Yeah, I mean against burn, I feel like we just have to hope that this mulligan to 4 is good. Is not good. We'll keep 3 cards to the bottom. Back. And oh, this is tough. So Echoing Truth can buy us time against a bunch of Swift Spears and also any permanents they drop. Yeah. Yep. I think our best bet here is to fire off this Entomb for Grizzlebrand and hope we draw the thing. But that means we can't just fire things off. So in his battlefield, exile target card, sacrifice it, exile opponents. Okay, and then this is just sacrifice it, draw a card. Cool. Okay, I like Brainstorm. Feel good about Brainstorm. Let's pass. Guide, sure. Brainstorm. Right. Put you back and you back. Some Flames, not a particularly wonderful draw, but care for any of those. Shuffle. LED. Tut. Unfortunately, it looks like this one is slipping away from us. Like maybe we'll get lucky, but right now I'm not feeling good. Yep, Lava Spike us. Buy you? Okay, well. Playing off the top, I'll take it. This actually lines up pretty well with our our Echoing. Actually, no, it doesn't, because they can sack in response if they're smart, which they might be. there's an argument that we should have played Mystery Rainforest, so that if this top card that we reveal is bad, we could just shuffle it. That's a tropical island, so. On it, bolts us. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Well. Yep. And yep, it looks like we are out of luck against Burn. What is it? Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. Like, I mean, because we can cast this Past in Flames, and then they probably just exile our graveyard in response. And even then, we're only casting, like, this Brainstorm off it. Well, let's play to our outs. Let's see what happens. Grab that. Dark Ritual. Or Past in Flames. Yep. And they got us. Well, disappointing again, but those first couple games were pretty good. So, I'll take it. Plus, we got play points back, which is always good. So yeah, let's talk about the deck real quick because I still have record going on. So overall, so we went 3-2. Overall, playing against some interesting decks. And the games that we won, I mean, we felt really great, right? Like we took a win off every opponent. And the deck did the thing, and the thing was very powerful. And the 2 times that we lost, okay, so against Burn, I mean, we were too slow on the first game, mulligan down to 5 on the second game. Against Rug Delver, they just had a bunch of counter magic, which just made very hard to deal with when we're mulliganing down. I think the rug matchups, any sort of like kind of control matchup is hard to navigate, and you're trading resources as best you can. And even though we had a mana advantage, they definitely had the card advantage. And without getting any of the cantrips that we got, it felt pretty bad. And then so the big things I was curious about with this list in particular were the Veil of Summers and the Masterminds acquisitions. So my thoughts on these were, Veil of Summer has just been very popular over the last year, and my previous versions of the deck were running main deck Tendrils and then Dark Petition. And I kind of, on the off chance people were running main deck Veil, I didn't want to essentially lose because, I can't Tendrils them. So swapping to the Masterminds acquisition, it kind of gives us the same sort of idea where we can, we can just wish for our Tendrils, or we can wish for Grape Shot. And then, of course, if we have a lot of mana, we can grab anything in our deck. And then obviously hitting Mastermind's acquisition off of Magus of the Mine is really, really good because then it's, search R75 for a card. And that's awesome. So I think the big problem with Mastermind's acquisition is just it costs 4 mana, and then you need mana to cast your thing off of it. Luckily, I mean, we have the 3 Cabal rituals, we have the 7 artifact mana, we have all the dark rituals, so we do get mana pretty easily. Um, so it is a little bit slower than I'd like, but it does technically work. I mean, we never even ran into a main deck into any Veil of Summers, so maybe this list is a couple months too old. In general, for us, Veil of Summer is pretty good. I mean, it was good against Hogaak, good against Arclight, good against Oko, good against the Snow Pile, if we ever cast it. Obviously, a dead card against Burn, but that just means we have more of our sideboard cards to bring in. And plus, then this has the benefit of actually drawing us a card, which loading up on other discard spells does not. In the past, these 3 slots have been Duresses, and Duress is pretty good. I think you could make the argument of, cutting Veil of Summer and bringing in, say, Flusterstorm, and then maybe adding like another Preordain just to have more cantrips. I think it's also feasible to go white for things like Orim's Chant. So we have some of those that we can try at a later date and time. But I think with green cards, obviously Veil of Summer is very good. And then out of the sideboard, Carpet of Flowers and Ground Seal are fantastic cards for grinding advantage against control decks. Ground Seal protects our graveyard from surgical extraction, which is fantastic. Carpet helps us get ahead on mana, which, as previously mentioned, we're a very mana hungry deck, so the more the merrier. Obviously, Abrupt Decay is good against Chalice decks. We did not run into any of those, luckily, but it is something we need to worry about. And then we also have Hercule's Recall and Echoing Truth to fight Chalice decks and Leyline decks and all that other good stuff. Grape Shot and Tendrils, I think having both if you're playing with Mastermind's acquisition is good. Tendrils can kill at lower storm counts. Grape Shot, if you're trying to showboat, you also have the benefit of sniping down a board if you need to. These massacres, to be honest, depending on how prevalent Death and Taxis is or Maverick, you could arguably cut these. I think Maverick won a Legacy Challenge recently, so I think it's reasonable to keep Massacre around. But I think you can make the argument to cut one or both of these. And then Extirpate, I like it against control decks, like your blue-white control especially, just because those decks are like, 12 cantrips, 12 counter spells, and then like 3 win conditions. So sniping one of their counter spells or sniping a Brainstorm can really help you trade resources more efficiently, as well as give you information. The one thing I will say is I do usually bring Ground Seal and Extirpate in together. And this is obviously a nombo because we can't extirpate things with Ground Seal down. But if you drop both Ground Seal and Ground Seal Resolve, and then you later draw Extirpate, I mean, I think that's more bad luck than anything. I think bringing them both in the same matchups is relevant. Plus, Extirpate can function as graveyard hate against things like Hogaak, Arclight Phoenix, Dredge. Not as good as Surgical, but the split second goes a long way in against these control decks. So I think if you were to make cuts to play around with this, I think the Massacres and the Extirpates could easily be trimmed for literally anything else. And that anything else could be whatever you're feeling. Since I feel like between Echoing Truth, Decay, Recall, Ground Seal, Flusterstorm, I think with all these, we pretty much have our bases covered on the vast majority of decks. So Massacre, having Massacre specifically for Maverick and Death and Taxes is probably not bad. Um, once again, I think Veil Summer. I think you can. I think running it main deck is perfectly fine, and then I think running Mastermind's Acquisition is perfectly fine. So I think this setup is reasonable, especially if you know you're in a meta. If you're playing paper where everyone's main decking Veil, I think this list as it is rock solid for that. And yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up my thoughts on the deck. I had a lot of fun playing it. When this deck does the thing, it's amazing, and when it doesn't do the thing, it's kind of sad. But it is what it is. And yeah, 3-2 first time playing the deck in over a year. I'm pretty pleased. So yeah,